Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Life is Feudal tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be covering different kinds of servers, character creation, advanced controls, and simple crafting. Let's take a look at servers first. Here you can see some of the servers, but before joining, let me explain some of the server stats. Skill cap is the maximum number of skills you can go into. Grandmastering one path takes 400 points. I'd recommend a higher skill cap server for new players, so you can get to know all the skills before limiting yourself to just a few options. Plant growth period is an 8-hour to 1-point growth cycle, so 3 points means it will take 24 hours for plants to mature. Keep that in mind when you make time to game. Wild animal amount is how many animals are on the server. Make sure this number isn't super low. Object decay will hurt any buildings not on a claim. And for you new players, Judgment Hour is the time where PvP reigns king, and even protected boxes on claims can be looted. Be very careful with this. Each race starts with different base stats affecting only your starting choice. You can mold your character any way, but let's take a look at the differences. Gutlung. Base 12 in all stats and can max any stat to 27. Crafting skills start out with a base 20 and 15 nature's lore. Combat skills, chivalry 30. Slavered. Start with a base 15 in strength and constitution. Crafting skills start out with a base 5 artisan and 20 nature's lore. Combat skills, warrior 30. Core. Start with a base 15 in agility and willpower. Crafting skills starts with a base 5 artisan, 10 nature's lore, and 20 hunting. Combat skills, warrior 30. Besides these small differences, all the races are equal in the long run. Spawning in, you have two interfaces to use. You have your free look mode and your cursor mode. I'm gonna go over some other basics like WASD for movement, space for jump, shift for sprint, caps lock for sprint toggle, num lock for walk toggle. Third person is C, rotate your camera with V, and hide your HUD with Control H. Other controls for stats is P, skills for L, you can pull up your map with M, your inventory with I, and your paper doll with T. You can move items from your inventory to the respective spots on your paper doll. Moving on, you have your left and right click interface. Looking at the ground and right clicking will pull up a user interface for skills that you have and things you can do with those skills. You can also use Q for right click and E for left click. Other things to know is you can use R to go into fight stance and leave it. Use F3 to see the terrain height above water level. F4 will show you guild monument territories. Before we go anywhere, I want to tell you guys about stats and which one does what to your character. Strength will increase your damage and affects your weapon and shield weight. Agility is your range damage, attack frequency and recoil, and movement speed. Constitution will give you 1 soft and 1 hard HP. If you lose your soft hit points, you go unconscious. You lose your hard hit points, you die. Each point of intellect raises your skill cap maximum by 2 points. Willpower will give you 1 soft stamina and 1 hard stamina and increase your carry weight by 2. Luck is a passive bonus that you can gain from grandmastering a skill or finding an item. Your alignment judges how many skills you lose on death. A negative alignment hurts your skills. A positive alignment lessens the stat loss of death. Your food quality multiplier stacks on top of your skill gain multiplier. Now that we got that out of the way, let's do some basic crafting. First, I'm going to go over this tree and snap off some branches. You can mass produce this or produce for 1. You can see in the bottom left side of my screen, each time I gather a stick, it increases my skill by 0.17, and it's also increasing my intellect and strength. I'm going to come over here to the grass and collect some plant fiber. We're going to mass produce that also. Now that I have some plant fiber, it's time to look for some flintstone. Find some rock on the ground and you'll be able to look for it. Found some. I'll mass produce this as well. Now that I have all my resources, it's time to craft some primitive tools. You can right click on your sticks and create a primitive tool. I would like to create an axe, which is only 2 plant fiber, 1 flintstone, and 1 branch. I'm only going to produce 1 of these. Now that I have it in my inventory, I'll pull up my paper doll and put it into my hands. Let's cut down a tree. Now that you guys know the basics, in the next episode, I'll show you guys how to build a house.